Hello again. I'm making more soap. This time I'm making watermelon soap, and I want to kind of make it look like watermelon. So I'm working with some grapeseed oil in this batch and a little shea butter to super fat. I'm adding my lye waters in now. I also put a little clay in here. I'm working with room temperature lye water, room temperature oils. And I want to kind of give it a little bit of a cutesy top. We'll see how that goes. Adding my fragrance oils. I hope the blending is not too loud. So I got a little bit of a light trace, not too much. I'm gonna add the shea butter in there. I'll put a little titanium dioxide in the shea butter as well, because I really want it to work with a very white base before I put the other colors on. I decided to work late at night because I thought I'd be the only one up in my house. Of course, my children are up. Hopefully they won't be disturbing me. Right, Ajwa? She doesn't hear me. She has her ears plugged up, which I tell her not to do all the time, but she does anyway. Okay, I hope I'm not making too much noise with this stick blender here. Trying to thicken up a little bit. I don't want to blend too much, because I want to kind of keep it a little bit thin. At least thin enough to pour. Okay, so I want to do the bottom to look like the color of the rind. So I have a green here and a lighter green. Hopefully it's a good color. Then I have the red here for the flesh. And then I have a little bit of black to mimic the seeds. And we'll see how we're able to make it work. I only want a little bit in this color. Little bit of black, not much at all. You got a little bit too much black. And I also want some Plain white for the top. Hopefully that'll be enough. Not measuring, just kind of eyeballing it. So we will mix. Definitely gonna have to mix that with the stick blender. Not too sure about that color. Do this one first. I think I need a little bit more soap in there. Doesn't seem to be mixing very good. And put a little bit more. A lot of mixing. And okay, that's not too bad. We have to add more soap in here too. It's not enough soap, it's not reaching the blade. Now hopefully this is a bit of a darker green. It's a little bit darker, not that much. Now I'm hoping there's enough black in here. I just used oxides for the coloring. I didn't have any activated charcoal, but I'm gonna have to rinse that. Okay. Not sure. Let me make sure I have enough white. for the top. Before I add this to the batch. This is going to be watermelon color, so we hope it comes out okay. You know what? I'm going to have a hard time getting that color out. So I'll add the soap in first, and I'll add it back. I don't know if I'm gonna work with too much grapeseed oil again. Last time I worked with some grapeseed oil, the soap actually didn't come out the way I wanted it to. After it cured, it kind of did something that I didn't like. It was weird. So we'll see. And it kind of did this too. It stayed at a really thin trace regardless of how long I blended it. So we'll see what happens. Just want to get this out of here. I am loving the fragrance though. Smells pretty good. It's not as red as I would want it to be. It's a nice color pink. Do me a favor. Go get the red for me, please. Off the shelf. Oh, nice. My daughter's drawing a picture of flesh hanging off a bone. It's a rough sketch and it's really interesting. She tried to explain to me what she wanted to do with her picture. Sounds very complicated. I'm definitely not the artist of that type. The red, it's in a thing that looks like this. And it's red. It's octide. It's colorant. I'm going to add a little bit more red because I'm not liking. I want it to look a little more like watermelon. It's kind of like pretty, but like a, I don't know, dusty rose pink or whatever. Oh, gee, got all kind of stuff on my fingers. Thank you. Once again, not measuring, just eyeballing. So, we'll see how that goes. Looking red, but it's definitely a darker pink. think I can work with this color. Not too bad. So it's definitely a darker pink. Not red, but it's watermelon. It's okay. Not to be red. Okay. So, my mold over here. Working with another one of these nifty diffy thingies that I found at the baking goods store. So I'm going to put the black in here. So it'll be easier for me to pour it out in lines. I'm using a technique that I see someone else use. I've tried it before, it didn't really come out the way I wanted, but I think I slanted it a little too much. So I'm going to try to get it right this time and slant it just right so that it can look like black seeds. And the black is not very black, it's more of a gray. A dark charcoal gray. So I'm going to start with the greens. Wait, I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing. I'm working on a very little table right now. Okay, so I'm going to start with the green and just kind of work with like a tighter stripe with the green. And then what I want to do is try to swirl it in a little bit to make it look wavy, just to kind of give it that look that a watermelon rind has, I guess. All right. Use my spoon. Oops. It just slipped out of my hand. I'll get that in a second. I'm just going to take and kind of swirl it around a little. Get it off the sides. Not that there. I didn't mix that too much. Just kind of give it a little bit of a swirly flipping. I don't know if you can see that. Once again, working with my laptop. Okay, so now I'm going to put a spoon on some of the red. I like to work with the spatula.